Mobile network operators in Africa are raising the alarm on how costly fuel could hurt connectivity and affordability of calls and data. Safaricom splashed an estimated 1.8 billion shillings on diesel. Global telecommunication firms, a lobby group, GSM Association, has said mobile network operators in Africa have particularly taken a hit from the ongoing Middle East crisis, preventing them from effectively delivering their services. NTV's in-house techie Brian George with the details.
Telecommunication companies use fuel, specifically diesel, to power their phone masts that offer connectivity for calls and dial-up internet in zones not connected to the grid and as backup to electricity. With the Iran war, many countries across Africa, including Kenya, have seen a surge in fuel prices, increasing operational costs. In Kenya, for instance, leading mobile network operators have expressed concerns over the rising fuel costs in the country, terming it a significant risk to operations.
So perhaps you're wondering, telecommunication companies and fuel prices, what is the nexus? You have to understand that telecommunication companies like Safaricom and Airtel use fuel to power some of its generators that power masts in rural areas and far-flung areas. For instance, last year, in the last financial year up to March 2025, Safaricom used 10.4 million litres of fuel to power its mast across the country, compared to the previous year where it was 9.47 million litres of diesel. Now, if you calculate the difference, that must have really surged its costs or operational costs on fuel prices only.
Diesel prices averaged 175.27 shillings during the period, suggesting that Safaricom spent over 1.8 billion shillings on fuel alone. Airtel also reported that its profit margins in East African markets declined in 2025, primarily due to rising fuel prices. Both telcos disclosed that they are gradually reducing reliance on diesel-powered network boosters by connecting them to the grid and installing solar panels, both to reduce the impact of fuel price shocks and to improve their environmental sustainability. GSMA wants governments to prioritize delivery of fuel to mobile operators to ensure continuity of supply and minimize disruptions to operations, which it argues are critical to Africa's economic progress. In the medium term, though, it wants governments to treat telecoms as critical national infrastructure, adopt shared responsibility models for site protection, and support investment in alternative and renewable power solutions.
Telecommunication companies across Africa use diesel generators to power its masts, and even in rural and far-flung areas that have access to electricity, diesel costs still impact their operational costs significantly. Brian George, NTV, Nairobi.